All right. Welcome back to our call. I would like to welcome our senior lecturer. Of course, I have done introduction. I would like to welcome him to take us through today's lecture as usual. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you very much indeed. I can see there are 5 people in the room. No problem. We normally know that we have to deliver, whether there are very many people or there are few. So as I was saying already in our greeting remarks, I am in a public place. I am not necessarily in the office. And I have only about 11 to 12 minutes on my battery, but I'm connected to the power bank. I hope it will be able to help me to move forward. And also, I hope that the internet is going to be okay because I'm using my data line. Good. So to start with, I welcome all of you who have come for the meeting for this evening. In our country, it is evening hours. It is 13 minutes past the hour. 13 minutes after 5 o'clock in Rwanda. It is 13 minutes after 4 o'clock. Although in the United States of America, it is still in the morning hours. It is 13 minutes past 9 in the eastern side of USA. Okay, usually we prefer that we acquaint ourselves with the fundamentals. We have always said, this is almost the place where I usually write, that for you to be considered an expert, you need both the fundamental analysis and then also you need technical analysis. If you see that technical analysis is not heading you anywhere, it means that there are some news items that are mixing up things and making it difficult for people to understand what is going on. A good number of people concentrate on technical analysis. They read lots and lots of charts. But then after reading lots and lots of charts, the chart is indicating that they are going to move up. And so they place their trade and all of a sudden, boom, things are going down. Then they begin to wonder, why? Why is it that at an appropriate moment when you are expecting the market to be really good, you end up with a channel taking the market down? The answer is usually available in the fact that you need also, besides the technical analysis, you also need to understand the news. And as time goes by, you are going to gain experience. You are going to gain experience to the point where even without much of my guidance, you will be able to understand the fundamental analysis. You will be able to read the news. You will be able to understand from the news items. For example, in the fundamental analysis, we have ever talked of very serious organizations in the United States of America. For example, when we talk of Fed, Fed is the Federal Reserve. It is like the central bank in the United States of America. They control the economy. And where you see Fed, they are mostly thinking in terms of the inflation. They are thinking in terms of interest rates, inflations, and those things, when they happen in a big economy like the United States of America, it will have a big effect on the stock market, in the financial market, in the crypto market, and so on. At least you are getting familiar to that. So whenever you see that in the news, Fed is dominant, there surely is a problem with the economic situation, inflation, especially inflation, interest rates, lending rates of the bank. And then also where you see there is something to do with SEC. SEC is the umbrella dealing with the security. These are the people who are acting like the police. They are very keen and they are like law enforcement agency in the United States of America. They can come with lots and lots of rigorous work that they have got to subject, and they can close your business. And if they threaten to close your business, you are totally in trouble. So these two, at least, you are familiar. So when we talk of Fed, you know the chairman is Jerome and so on. Then when we talk of the SEC, the security agency, wow, these are also very terrible people. They have their own system. So what has been of late the big problem? Well, what has happened in some time last year, I had already said to you that last year there was the crypto firm FTX, I think, that actually went and collapsed. And when it collapsed, it had an effect on some banks, some giant bank. One of the giant banks that was really deep also in cryptocurrency, I had already told you the other day, is a bank called Silvergate. Silvergate is forced to pay most of the debts that was left by this very dubious and scamming FTX. FTX was like a wonderful exchange. It was like a wonderful exchange. It is just like we are very familiar with Kraken. It is like we are very familiar with Binance. We are familiar with Coinbase, and so on and so forth. So FTX collapsed. When FTX collapsed, Silvergate was subjected to pay the people so that no one should lose the money. Now, what happened? Finally, Silvergate could not manage to run its business. So they are closing, but they want to pay first the people. They want to pay all the people their money, and then they will close. So you will see that it is already indicated that Silvergate is going. When we go to the trading view, everywhere you will see that Silvergate is going. Silvergate indeed is going. I tried to talk to you, in fact, to post to you the other day, and you really see that Silvergate is going. I may not probably be able to find it very easily, but I can just look around and randomly I will be able to see. Like here, it is already Silvergate, and then they talk of collapse. So Silvergate is collapsing, and because Silvergate is collapsing, it is also threatening other banking problems, other banks that are also with the ability and with the activity in cryptocurrency. They are being viewed with the same negative feeling. They are being seen with the same negative feeling. So the collapse of Silvergate is making it difficult for also other banks. It's making it difficult for also other banks. So there is the investor sentiment, the overall feeling of investor is now a little bit low. That is part of the reason why there is collapse. So the collapse of Silvergate is really a dangerous collapse. And this collapse of Silvergate is also making another banking institution in the United States experience some problem. Let me look for another bank that is also experiencing problem, and I show you. I hope I will be able to see it very fast. Let me start from up here. There is another bank which is also already experiencing problem. The bank is this time Silicon Valley. Let me look for Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley, where is Silicon Valley? Silicon Valley is another very powerful bank, and it is already beginning to see problem also. Why? Because of the same attitude people have. The same attitude people have. Of course, this one is Silvergate, and you can see that Silvergate has declared bankruptcy. In other words, they want to close up their business completely and they don't want people to disturb them. But first of all, after paying all the debts, most of the debts, then they are going to declare bankruptcy and then they are going to close their bank. That is Silvergate. Let me look for the other bank. The other bank that is also experiencing problem. If I will be able to find it, then I will share with you. So another bank that is also being seen with a lot of fear and uncertainty and doubt is this bank called Silicon Valley Bank. Silicon Valley Bank is also going to be affected. Experts are saying that Silicon Valley Bank is also going to be affected. And it is probably not going to survive because people develop a dangerous negative attitude, fear, uncertainty, doubts, and then people rush and rush and rush to withdraw. Everybody who has deposited money wants to withdraw, and the bank fails to move. So that is anyway the real problem where the bank is heading. Because in America, they are a little bit too strict and they're making matters very difficult. They blow things out of proportion and it can easily result into the collapse. And they are really losing out and they don't even understand. The crypto hub is moving out of the United States of America. Apart from that, Joe Biden, the president of the United States of America, Joe Biden at the moment is also working on the budget. And when they are working on the budget, he announced that he is going to charge 30% tax. 30% tax. 30% tax on who? On all the companies that are using power to do Bitcoin mining. 30% tax will be levied on all the companies that are doing Bitcoin mining. So that kind of announcement that in our budget this year we will put a tax of 30%, 30% for all those companies that are doing Bitcoin mining. This kind of announcement also makes people really scared because the newcomers, they will say the other day, they are tourists. The tourists get really scared. So most of the people who are not here to stay, who are only trying, they see that there is going to be a problem. But nevertheless, what have we always said? We have said, and we say it again, that where there is a problem and the market is coming down, where are your advantages? What are the advantages you are seeing? Where the market is coming down, where are your advantages that you are seeing? There surely must be some clear advantages. For example, you look at the price and you go and you see, like here now, if I sort according to the price, I can sort, but I want to sort instead according to the change in price. This is where I click to sort according to the change in price. I am in the USDT market, but I want to sort all the coins, the 70 coins or something like that, according to the price. If I click there, they sort according to the price. And they're telling me, sorry, not according to the price, sorry. According to the change in the price in the last 24 hours. This is the change in the price, that occurred in the last 24 hours. And they're saying that the worst hit is this first currency, Dash. Dash fell down by 17.62%. The second worst hit is the currency called LTC. LTC went down in the last 24 hours. It had dropped down by 16.16%. The third is Acro. Acro went down by how much? Acro went down by 14. The next one by 13.9, 13.8, 13.6, and so on. Of course, we are sorting according to the price, and we are seeing, according to the change in price. And we are starting with the one that is worst hit, the one that declined very, very much. What if we go to sort again? If I click again, then they will bring it the other way around. The one that is at the bottom, they will bring up. And then the one that is at the top, they will take to the bottom. Meaning that we will start at the top with the currency that is least affected, that is not very much affected. So let me click again so that I sort once again by the change. And if I click that I want to sort by the change in price, they are now telling me that there is only one cryptocurrency, the one called Atom. Atom alone, and nothing else. Atom alone is the only currency that went up in the last 24 hours. All the rest down here, they did not increase in price. It is Atom only, the rest decrease. The one that decreased least is ADA. ADA is the one that decreased least. And then, of course, it goes on until you remember the one that decreased the most, that suffered the most, Dash, is at the bottom. So the topic I was trying to drive at is, where is the advantage? Where is the beauty of what we are studying? We know that when the currencies are going down, they move in a relative way. We are normally trading two. There is one you are trading on the left. There is one you are putting on the right-hand side. And the one currency you have on the right-hand side is the one that you used to buy the other currency. When it is ready for selling, you will sell back to the currency you used for buying. Then you buy again. When the price has gone up, you repeat, you sell back to the other currency. That is what we normally do. Now, if you are traditional, you are not changing with time, then I know you are using USDT on this side. You are using USDT on this side, and then you are picking any one of the currencies here. So in this case, what happens? You have seen that there is just only one currency that gained in the last 24 hours. It means that your trade is going to suffer. Your trade is surely going to suffer. If you are traditional in English means that if you insist on doing one thing and you are not easily changing, then in English we say you are traditional. So if you are traditional, you are a die-hard. You don't change very much. You are most likely trading using USDT. And when you're trading using USDT, what have we said? What we have said is that there is only one currency that gained in the last 24 hours. So whatever currency you are picked, most likely you have not been able to get any profit. So what am I trying to say? What we are trying to say is that whether you like it or not, my dear brother, my dear sister, you are supposed to slowly and slowly move on to the other markets, the BTC and the ETH. This is the message that the market is helping us to see. But is it really true that you are going to get anything worthwhile? Okay, at the moment now, there are two, at least at the moment. When you are in the USDT market, at least now, we are happy to see that there are two currencies. In the last 24 hours, there are two currencies that increased in price. The rest dropped. But what if we go away to the BTC market and then eventually to the Ethereum market? Well, no problem. We go there, BTC. If we go to the BTC, funnily, interestingly, BTC shows that this currency is okay, this one is fine, this one is fine, this one is fine. There are 4 out of 6, 4 currencies out of the 6 are good to trade, meaning that you could get your profits by trading up to 4 currencies instead of 2. If you are in the USDT, you are traditionalist, you are trading only 2. But if you change your mind and you use the skill, you have the option of trading 4 currencies and you will get your profit in the 4 currencies. I will explain if my battery doesn't go out. Why is it that when you're trading with BTC, there are up to 4 currencies? Didn't we see that there are only 2? Yes, we saw that there are only 2. If you come to the BTC, why do we have up to 4? For sure, there are 4. This is not something that I have created. You are seeing them here. I have not created anything. If you go to yours, you will see the same. 4 at the moment are currencies that increased in the last 24 hours. The change in price was favorable. 4 of them, if you are in which market? The BTC market. Next, what if you are in the Ethereum market, the ETH market? I go there. We don't need to ask. I go there and you see. So there I move. ETH. Now I am in the ETH market. How many currencies increased? 3 out of how many? 5. So 3 out of 5 are very much okay. They are progressing very, very well. So it means that you have a very high chance of getting good profit here. You have a very high chance of getting good profit here when you are not very adamant, when you are not very traditionalist. If you have changed your mind, you will trade very, very well. And in fact, because we are in a lesson here, I am going to show you that in my case, if I take you to the revenue details, you will see that the revenue details will show that, interestingly, in this time of great fear, uncertainty, and doubts, where the market is really suffering the fear, uncertainty, and doubt, today is when I made something bigger than that of yesterday and the day before yesterday. How do you know? We go there in the revenue details. If I click in the revenue details, there we go, then you will testify with me. If you look at what I have today, you can see that it doubles what I made yesterday and the day before yesterday. More than what I made in the last 2 days. So what I made in the last 2 days, if you look at what I made today, and yet today is not even closed, it is much bigger. Why? It is all about the BTC market. That is where I am benefiting from. It is all about the ETH, the Ethereum market. That is where the juice is. That is where the real food is. So maybe by close of business today, I will probably have gone to 3 USDT because it is now already 2.9 something. Probably I will have reached 3. Small though it can be, but nobody gives you $3. It is not possible. It is only available in the market. Now, before I even forget, did I promise you something? Yes, you have probably forgotten. Did I promise you something? Yes, I promised I was going to explain something. What did I promise? I promised that I'm going to show you why I am saying that the BTC and the Ethereum market, they are showing positive change. They are showing that the market should be green. They are indicating that there is a gain in the market. Actually, if you are not aware, the rule that we have, for our trade is this. Let me put it in my notepad here. Let me put it in my notepad here. Wait a warning. You have lost unsaved documents. Well, saved, no problem. Let me go for something new. Let me see if I can, I can even go here and then use the same page. No problem. Let me use the same page. When you are trading and when you are trading using the robot, there are 2 key rules the robot is using. There are 2 key rules the robot is using. You are to buy, but then the market allows you to buy when what? When the coin you want to trade is getting cheaper. In the beginning, of course, you will buy. The first buy in amount, you just buy. Whether the market is going up or the market is going down, you normally just buy the first buy in amount. After you have finished with the first buy in amount, you normally realize that you are going to buy additions, what we call the margin calls. You are going to buy the addition when it is getting cheaper, when the currency you are trading is becoming cheaper. That is the usual rule when we are trading. Somebody is going to manage the Zoom for the people who are coming into the room. Please, the co-host will help me so that we get the one who is coming in to benefit. So that is a rule that we normally know. The second rule that we normally know, and that is helpful when we are doing our trading with the robot, is that we are to sell when the price is getting high. We normally sell when instead the price is getting high. When the price is getting higher and higher, and higher, that is when we are making profit and we sell. Of course, I'm telling you what you are already very much aware of. This is what our robot is doing. and we have bought the robot for that purpose. When you have finished with the first buy-in amount, now you tell your robot that when it is getting cheaper, maybe by this %, buy more for me. And the robot normally buys. That's what we call the margin calls, the margin calls, and the margin calls. But then, if the margin calls you have bought, the price of the currency begins to move higher, to get higher, going up, up, up. What happens? Selling takes place. Whatever has made profit, it has got to sell. Now, after realizing this is now what happens. If I have here my Ethereum, and then I have used my Ethereum maybe to buy Tron. Tron is on this side, TRX. I have used my Ethereum, and I've used my Ethereum to buy Tron. Now, what happens? Suppose the price of Ethereum drops, and this is what happened yesterday, and this is what happened and is still happening today. The price of Ethereum is dropping. When the price of Ethereum is dropping and the price of Tron is not very much dropping, now Ethereum will be down here. This is where Ethereum would be. Tron would be up there. This is where Tron is. And so Ethereum begins to look at Tron as the currency high up there. Let me not even use red. Ethereum begins to look at Tron as a currency high up there. That is why it becomes green. That is why Ethereum will look at Tron as green, because Ethereum is looking at Tron and Tron is high up in the sky. Tron has refused to come down, but Ethereum has come down. Immediately Ethereum comes down, and that is what happened. What happened now is that Ethereum will be down here, but Tron is high up in the market. And therefore, by the calculation of our robot, Tron is seen as a currency whose price is high. And because its price is seen to be high, the robot and the market will put Tron as green. And it will be considered that there is a price that has gone higher. Higher than what? Higher than Ethereum. Because of what? Because Tron has not come down, Tron has remained up. This is basically the reason why I have got my profit. The same with BTC. If BTC was here and then I have bought maybe Ripple this time, XRP, XRT is Ripple. Ripple is there. Is it XRT or XRP? Well, let me use a currency that is easy to remember. We have ADA. If I am trading ADA and I am using BTC, and by the way, I'm doing that. I'm doing just that. It means that they are going to bring Bitcoin to buy ADA. Now, what happens? What happened yesterday? Because of fear, uncertainty, and doubt, Bitcoin went down. So Bitcoin is now here, yes, but while Bitcoin is here, ADA has not decided to come down very much. Even if it has come down only very little. Bitcoin has really come down. So what happens? It means that Bitcoin is now looking at ADA as a currency here. in the sky as a currency here in the sky. And what happens? They will color it green, and they will treat it that ADA is now higher. And since the price of ADA is higher compared to the price of Bitcoin, what happens? It means ADA has to be sold for a profit, and the profit comes to the BTC. It will be sold for a profit. Why? Because when the price is higher, it has to be sold. That is the rule of the market. So that is something of great importance. I hope you have understood. What I am saying is that when you are trading a currency here, and then you have your capital currency, the currency you are using for your capital, when you have it on this side, it will be used to buy. When it has finished buying, the robot now looks for these two rules. Rule number one, is the currency getting cheaper, meaning that if you compare with your capital currency here, if you compare with your capital currency here, is the other currency up or is the other currency down? If the other currency has come down, the capital currency will come and continue buying the margin calls. If, on the other hand, this capital currency of yours, for some reason, maybe fear, uncertainty, and doubt, if it drops down, it will leave the other currency up. And when it has left the other currency up, it will be seen as if there is a great difference in the price, because the other currency was up here and probably it moved down here. But your base currency was here, the currency, sorry, you were using for trade is here, and it has moved this distance. When it has moved this distance, this gap in the market is seen by the robot as a profit, and it will be understood that it is a green color. The green color is an increase in the price. It has to be sold. I thought I should make you aware of this. So for those who are traditionalists and they are insisting on USDT here, and then you are trading the other currency, maybe now you are buying Bitcoin, Remember, USDT is stable, so it will not allow any nonsense. Like going up, it will not go. It will not allow any nonsense like coming down. It will not come. It has to stay in one location. Why? It is a stable currency. So now it leaves these currencies to suffer. When Bitcoin is coming down, for it, it will remain here. So it will see this one as red, no selling. You will only see that the other currency is cheaper. So buying. So for all of our friends who are using USDT, the other currencies have all decided to dive into the hole, except two. We have seen that only two currencies went upwards. The rest refused to go up. Only two currencies. Currency number one, currency number two. These are the only two currencies that went up. And if you wanted to trade, these are the two and only two currencies. Where are the rest going? All of them 70, going downwards. And where is USDT? USDT doesn't want to go anywhere. It is a stable currency. The price stays. And that is a dangerous reason. And it is a fact. That is why if the whole of today, and probably also last evening, if you got zero as your USDT, you have harvested as your amount of profit you have harvested. That is the reason. But for me, I have gone ahead and I said, I don't want to be a traditionalist. I am going to depend on Ethereum. I am going to depend on BTC. And these currencies have gone down. They are among the 72 that went down. You saw that there are about 70 currencies that went down, only 2 stay up. So they are among the 70 that went diving down. And when they are diving down, they look at anybody, even a person who is standing on the top soil, because these other ones are down deep underground. They look at this one that is standing on the top soil. It's a currency that is up. And so because that currency has stayed up, they are being sold. So ladies and gentlemen, we have only 8 minutes now left. And thank God I have still got 11% of my battery. But you have really seen and you have really understood. Look at the signal. Normally, I put some of these alerts and look at the alert. They're saying, what happened again? They're saying that there is a rapid fall. A rapid fall of what? A rapid fall of Ethereum. So for those of you who are using USDT to buy Ethereum, when there is a rapid fall, what happens? Buying. It means that you are not going to see any profit. Instead, you are going to buy. Why? Because the price has dropped so much. At the moment, the price has now dropped to only 1,389.06. The price has dropped in the last 5 minutes. In the last 5 minutes, as I am teaching here, the price has dropped. The price fell by over 1.02%, meaning that at the moment now, Ethereum has gone down. Since Ethereum has gone down, it means that the other currency that I am using has stayed up there, and right now it is being seen as a currency up. And so probably with this dangerous bad news that you are seeing here, that the price of Ethereum is dropping, to me, it is good news. Let me even check right away when you people are seeing. I can see there is some news here. If my capital is not finished, there is some news here, some 5 items of news. So what are the 5 items of news saying? It could be that my money is now finished, but no, my money has not finished yet. What happened? Do you see the good news? If your eyes are open, you are seeing there the news. What is the news that is coming to me? The news that is coming to me, part of the news, not all the 5 maybe, but at least there is a good news here that in the afternoon at 5:33, in other words, at around half past 5 o'clock Uganda time, there was selling still going on, meaning that the currency called ADA, which I am trading, the currency called ADA, which I am trading with BTC, because it stayed up and because BTC went down here, the robot is saying there is this ADA up here. So ADA is giving me profits. Let me open there and you see the wonder. The wonder. You can see I am now showing you the last 3 maybe. So at 17:33, there was selling. At 16:38, there was selling. There was selling. There was selling. So when in your screen, you see that BTC is dropping down, ADA will sell. If you see that BTC is dropping down, ADA will sell. If you see that BTC is dropping down, ADA will sell. ADA will sell. So as I speak now, ADA, they are selling. ADA is selling. Where? Why? I go back to the home page again. I go back to the home page again. And in the home page, we have said we want to look at BTC. So if I go to look at BTC, then you can see that it is very, very funny. In fact, I should even say it is silly. It's very, very silly. That because BTC has deliberately decided that it wants to go down, it has left ADA up by 6%. It has left BNB up by 2%. It has left XRP up by 2%. So this evening, as I am teaching you, I am harvesting a lot from ADA because ADA is moving slow, BTC is moving big. And if BTC moves big, it leaves a gap here. This gap is seen as green, and the gap of green is selling. So that is what we have got to say. At least I have shown you the way, and we will continue to show you the way. We will continue to show you the way. Every time we want to acquaint you with the fundamental analysis so that you know the news. Every time we want to acquaint you with the technical analysis so that you can see the figures, the percent, the rise, the fall, and so on, the graphs, so that you are able to trade. But then we have said of late that two things are very, very key in our business. Come to the Zoom meetings and acquire skills. Come to the Zoom meeting and understand the importance of increasing on your level of capital. You increase your level of capital, you increase your level of skill, and there we go. If your capital is small, do the marketing. We are not scammers. We are not. We are getting genuine profits. I have shown you my profit for today, and it is a genuine profit. I am not a scammer. And of course, you know that Royal Q has not encouraged scamming. Scammers are not available. So please do the marketing. If your marketing is not yet yielding good results, just pull your money. The currencies are dropping. Look at the Bitcoin. The currency of the Bitcoin has dropped. Look at the Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin is at the moment at 19. The price of Bitcoin at the moment is at 19. Why are you just watching? This is the time to stock your capital. What about Ethereum? Look at that. Ethereum went to 14. Look at that. Ethereum went to 14. Why don't you stop? This is the time. Ethereum fell down by 8%. Bitcoin fell down by nearly 9% in the last 24 hours alone. Use the opportunity and put in your capital. Then we trade together. And then we move to get our revenue together. Sad to say, if I go to the reward details, the reward shows the trades of the people in my network. In my network, I have 14 people who have activated their robots, but only 5 of the 14 people are my direct, whose trades come to me because they are also V1, 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 all the 14. So only the 5 direct have the profits coming direct to me because I am at the moment at the level of V1. So my V1s have been trading, yes, but you really see that on the 24th of February, is the last day of February when they got for me some profit that came to me. And it remained like that until today, the 10th of March. How many days are those? It means that the 25th of February, nothing. The 26th of February, nothing. The 27th of February, nothing. The 28th of February, I got nothing. Then March started. The 1st of March, I got nothing until today, the 10th of March. Is when what is happening is when the traders under me again came and got some profit. Where is the problem? Of course, you really see that the traders who are probably following our method of trade, probably they are few. At least Mr. Kimenyerwa is trading. For today, he has made some 2 selling. He has made some 2 selling, some 2 opportunities of selling. We normally encourage him to come around and benefit and increase in skills, but he's a little bit stubborn. He says English is too much for him. And so he is not usually attending. He complains that the English we are using is very high. Maybe, but maybe not. All the same, he is trading. Any other people trading, nobody has given any profitable trading for today except one. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I hope there is a lady. At least I have given you my mind for today, and at least we have used our time very, very well. And thank God, looks like the internet has been okay. And also my battery, because I've connected to the power bank, it has been fine. Otherwise, this is where I intended to cover and stop with you in the lesson of this evening. It is a good material for sure. It helps us to emphasize we need to be fully in the business. We need to be fully in the business. Do you understand the fundamentals? Yes, you may be a little bit lower compared to my level, but at least we are acquainting you with good stuff and you are seeing what the market is like. When the market is moving down, please take it as an advantage. Put in your capital. Try to buy the capital when it is cheap. Try to buy the capital. Try to register the friends. And if you bring any friend, don't think that they are getting nothing. No, they will get nothing, yes, if the stable coin USDT is used in the market. But if you change them and you start them straight with Bitcoin, if you change them and you start them straight with Ethereum, you are going to see that they are very happy. The market is going down, but for them, they don't care. They will be getting their profit. I thank you once again for being available for the training down to the end. 5 people at least have benefited from our training this evening. I hand you over now to our senior mentor, to Mr. Jean-Paul Ramojema, to conduct the rest of the program. Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Thank you, our senior lecturer. Something important that everybody can understand here is that when you are traditional in this market, when the downtrend hits severely, you suffer loss. But when you are, of course, you cope up with the modern era of the BTC and the ETH, even if it goes downtrend deep, the difference between the major currency and the other currency that we are using, you make the profit. So now, this is very important, and all our affiliate members to be, of course, to be familiar with the BTC market, but probably most of them, they see dollar and in mind, they say dollar, dollar, dollar. And when it comes to the dollar, they became like the other V4 Patrick who used to attend us and who was saying dollar. So when it comes to the point of understanding the business in the bigger picture, whatever capital you have, it can be working for you. Even if you're in downtrend, you can be making profit. As you see, the market is totally down, but you see senior lecturer is making money. That's the power of the level of skills and more information about the crypto space. So now I thank you so much. This is very important. And of course, even if you are the professional, to what extent factors can put you down. You may do analysis, you may set, and you can find yourself in floating loss, even if you have analyzed big when you are on a traditional market. But when you are in the cycle, on the other side of modern system, of course, of BTC and what we call it like that, you change. You have not done more analysis, but you are smart in setting. You can make profit even if market is down. Maybe you can be limited by capital so that you cannot make the bigger profit, but whatever profit you have, it works for you. And we have learned to be satisfied with who we are. I have small capital, whatever I gain, what I am sure about is that the system is transparent and is excellent and is amazing. Then I want to increase the level of capital. I do marketing. I build the team. And when the team grows, it means the capital will increase. When it increases, the level of profit, of course, will also increase. And then we say royal Q to the moon, because it is now transforming lives with the real tangible evidences that everybody can, can see. And but good enough, you can see it when he shows you like this. But if he doesn't show you, you will never know that there is any kind of happening, but things are moving forward, people are accumulating profits, and they're making life beautiful. Thank you so much once again, our senior lecturer. Let's, of course, call it a day. We'll meet again tomorrow, God willing. And I believe that you have learned a lot. And I believe that those who will watch this, of course, this lesson, of course, who have not been available, they will benefit as well. And it will be very important on their side. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.